Hi, my name is Jake, and I am a bookish drummer. So for today's video, I'm bringing you guys a birthday book haul, and I am joined yet again with my lovely wife, Stacy.
Hey, because I bought some books too.
2 books.
Yeah, but most of these are Jake's.
And I have about 30 million.
Well, it was your birthday, not mine.
Yeah. So we'll have fun showing you some books that I've gotten either the past couple of days or today. We got back from doing some book shopping.
Yeah, so we had a potluck at Jake's work today for his birthday, and I was invited, and I brought some goodies. And I knew that we were going to have to go to the mall on the way home because I wanted to pick up a certain something as a gift, which I'm not going to say, obviously, because I don't want the person to know in case they're watching. But in order to make Jake kind of less grouchy about that, I said, well, you got some birthday cash. Why don't we go to the bookstore? Because Barnes & Noble is like right next to the mall. And it's on the same street as 2nd and Charles as well. So we hit up both bookstores today as well.
And I got a lot of books.
He did, yeah.
Burnt up most of my birthday cash.
Yeah. But that's what it was for. It was for fun stuff for you.
So, with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So before I get into the actual books that I got for my birthday, either from other people or from myself, I'm going to start with some books that a few months ago or a few weeks ago I acquired from subscribers. They actually sent me these books, which I'm very, very thankful for. So whoever sent these books, thank you very much. I'm going to first start with the book that I'm very excited to check out next year, Once More Round the Sun by Dave Musson. And if you recognize that name, this is the same guy who does the Stephen King channel, Dave Reads King. Great Stephen King booktuber, great guy. And I'm going to read his award-winning short story collection. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'll link his channel down below. Go check him out. He's got a lot of great Stephen King stuff. And hopefully his short stories are great as well. I always try to collect Stephen King paperbacks because I don't really like the hardcovers. And subscribers sent me You Like It Darker in paperback, which is awesome because sometimes, the last few books haven't been great, like Holly and Fairy Tale, but this one I actually do really enjoy and will probably reread sometime in the near future. So this is fun to have.
Yeah, they probably realized you didn't have it when you did your first lines of all the King short story, or like the best first lines of all the King short stories. Yeah. Video. You should go check that one out if you haven't yet.
And a book that I'm actually going to be reading in December because it's a Patreon pick for one of my Patreons. It's Pen Pal by Dathan Arbach. Kind of a weird name. But I'm very excited about this. I've heard a lot of great things from subscribers and from Discord members, including Froglet Carly. And this is supposed to be kind of an older book, and it was more, I can't remember what website, but like the author of this book originally did, I think, Reddit posts or something like that, and kind of enhanced the story, and people were going crazy about it. And then he did like a GoFundMe to like eventually make this an actual book. So kind of an interesting story. I don't really know what it's about, but hopefully it's a very good horror story. This next book is very fun because this was kindly sent to me for free by the author himself, and that would be The Companion's Whisper by Paul A. McLean. And the subtitle here is The Algorithm Always Listens. So I'm assuming it's a sci-fi book about AI. Pretty interesting cover. I know nothing about it. I don't know anybody that's read it, but I will eventually get to it. I think the tentative plan is to pick it up in January. So I'll give that a go at some point and probably do a dedicated book review for it. And then I have 3 birthday books that were gifted to me by other people, including my wife.
Yes, I did buy you one of these.
And it's very, very short. You got me a pamphlet. But it's actually something that I'm really interested in reading. It's D7 by Philip Fracassi. And I've read a lot of his books this year. 3 of them I've given 5 stars. So I'm very interested to read this novella. It's probably just it's a short
Novelette or short story.
Yeah, it's literally 50 pages, but I'm very interested to see what this is all about. I know Ian really liked it, so this will be read probably in January.
Yeah, and if you're curious, I also got him a new cymbal stand for his drum set.
Yeah, I got a lot of cool drum stuff for my birthday as well.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
I knew the top of one of your stands wasn't doing so well, so I got him a new one.
My mom also gifted me a bass drum pedal, more drum stuff, but she also got me a Redwall book, Outcast of Redwall, which I believe this is book 8. So this is the one we would be reading in August. So I'm trying to collect at least the first 12 so that I know I have all of the books for the Redwall read along that we're doing in 2026, bleeding into 2027. So yeah, that's book number 8.
Bleeding into, I think it runs for all of 2027, doesn't it?
Mostly.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Pours into. How about that?
Mm-hmm. Takes over.
And then this book was kindly gifted to me by my sister-in-law.
And your brother.
And my brother. But this book I've already read, but I'm glad to own it because it's one of my new all-time favorite horror books. And that would be When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. And this is definitely my favorite Nat Cassidy and just one of my favorite horror books I've ever read. Potentially my favorite book of 2025. So, fantastic. And I'm glad that I finally own it.
So do you want to go into Barnes & Noble or Second & Charles next?
Why don't we do Second & Charles, because that way you can actually contribute to the video and talk about some books that you got.
Okay. So I found 2 books for myself at Second & Charles. The first of those is The Midnight Kingdom by Tara Sim, and that is the sequel to The City of Dusk, which I have right here. And while I saw a matching edition in good shape for used, figured I might as well grab it. And I normally don't pick up sequels for books that I haven't read, but I did start book 1 when it was a planned buddy read, and the only reason I stopped reading it at that point is because everybody else doing the buddy read kind of fell off of it, and I just had a jam-packed TBR, so I'm like, okay, well, if no one's going to read it with me, I'll just put it off for another time. But I was enjoying it, so I know that there's a really high chance I'll at least like them. So yeah, picked that up. And then the other book I found there is another one I'm excited for. It is a hardcover, which we usually don't collect, but I do have other hardcovers on the shelf by this author, so it will sit nicely next to it. And that is The Girl in the Stars by Mark Lawrence, the first book in the, I forget what the series is called. Does it say? The Book of the Ice. And from what I know, this is like the sequel series that follows after Red Sister. But I have read, I think, 5 Mark Lawrence books and liked them all. So I know I'm going to enjoy this at some point. And it will sit next to my other Mark Lawrence hardcovers eventually. And Jake probably won't read either of these, but that's okay.
All right, so those were the 2 books that you got.
Yes.
Now
Jake has a whole pile, though.
Now the rest of... What's the book in your lap?
That's the Barnes & Noble book.
Oh, okay. We'll save that for the end, I guess.
Yeah.
Best for last, right?
No.
She doesn't like this book. But anyway, I think in previous videos I've shown you guys that I'm trying to collect and read the Pendragon books. I have the first 4 books, and when we went to Second & Charles, I try to see if they had the older editions that I like, and they had book 5, Blackwater. This is the last book I remember reading, and I don't even remember if I read the whole thing, because like I mentioned, by the time middle school came around, I was starting to read a lot less, and then high school, I wasn't reading at all. So I remember reading this book, and this was the last book that I at least attempted. And then there's 5 more after this that I have no idea what's going on with those. But hopefully 2026 will be the year that I can reread the series and finish it to see how it holds up. Also, at the beginning of the video, I forgot to mention that we did a joint book haul on her video. I'll link that down below, where I've talked about books that I got and then books that she got. One of the ones that I mentioned in the video was Wolfblade by Jennifer Fallon. And I don't do this a lot. Sometimes I do, but I did get the sequel, which is Warrior, in the same series. I haven't read this one yet, but they were very cheap. They're a couple bucks each. So hopefully I can get to book 1, and then if I like it, I can get to book 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stakes are high now if we own multiple books in the series.
Yeah, speaking of that, I also own...
He done did it again. He got another sequel he hasn't read book 1 for.
We also own Empire of Exiles, which I've owned for quite a while. I am excited to check it out next year. It's a priority. And I noticed that they had a used copy of book 2, which is Relics of Ruin in the same series. And it was only $8 and it looks brand new, so decided to spend some birthday money on it. I don't normally like to do that, but I'm confident enough that I think I'll enjoy it, but we'll see.
All right. Well, if you don't, I better.
And then Stacy's going to roll her eyes at this point.
Oh,
but
I big time rolled my eyes.
I love me some Georgie Boy, some George R. R.
Listen,
Martin.
we do not need 4 copies of the same book. This is our 4th copy of this book.
It's the Armageddon rag, which I really want to read, but the copies that I have are either a very old, beat up mass market, which I really like, but I don't want to read from that because I feel like it's going to fall apart, and giant trade paperbacks, which I've read from before, and I don't like how they feel. But this one, it's a brand new copy. It was only $8,
So now we have 4 copies of this book.
and
we won't get rid of any.
he's my favorite author. Come on,
You don't need 4 of the same book.
We do.
No.
We do. But anyway, this is going to be my reading copy when I read this in December. Much nicer copy, and yeah, and I also really like the cover, so it was a steal. I had to have it.
Mm-hmm. It's a good thing I love him.
And the last book that I picked up at Second and Charles, very random. Hadn't really heard of this. It's just kind of a random horror book, it seems. And it's called Theme Music by T. Mary Vandelli. And I didn't really look up too much about it, but it seems to be like a terrible thing happened to this person. And I guess there was a song playing in the background while it happened. So it's got to do something with a song, and then it's 20 years later and something weird's happening. I don't know, but I'll check it out eventually and we'll see how it goes. There's an axe on the cover, so
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you find your favorite horror books that way. Isn't that kind of how you found, like, one of your recent 5-star reads, My Ex the Antichrist? Like, we just were in the bookstore and you're like, that looks interesting.
I thought you picked that one
I
up
did,
already.
but, like, when I showed it to you, you're like, that looks interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you never know. Could be a new fave.
Yeah, I think it's got a decent rating on Goodreads. It's got like a 3.7, which isn't terrible, especially for horror, so we'll see what
For
happens.
the horror you like.
Well, yeah, I mean, some of my favorite horrors are like 3.1. People are nuts.
And then the last book we have was a Barnes & Noble pick that you found.
And you're very excited for this book.
I don't give a hoot.
It is The City and Its Uncertain Walls by Haruki Murakami, Stacy's all-time favorite author.
No. If you know anything about my reading taste, I do not enjoy magical realism. And so if you know that Murakami writes magical realism, you'll know the reasoning. I can at least say that I have read one. I read Kafka on the Shore. And no, the magical realism, just no. I have that problem with like everyone I pick, except for one. There is an exception. But anyhow, that's a tangent.
I'm excited.
I know you are.
And this is his newest one. And I think I have the audiobook for it. But for his
You
books, I do like to immersion read. Because sometimes if I just listen to audio, his books can kind of be a little out there. And I can kind of forget where I am. But his books are very interesting, to say the least. And I'm very excited to check out his newest one. It's a priority for next year.
All right. You know what my priority for next year is?
To read more Haruki Murakami.
No.
What?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you have a... What are you doing?
I have my own read-along that's going to happen next year. We're going back to Red Rising now that Red God's finally coming.
I did not know she was going to do that.
Well, I did it. You talked about all your read-alongs, like Redwall and Pendragon and whatever else.
Oh, you have a channel. Go promote it on your channel.
I did already.
Well, you don't do it on my channel.
Why not? It's your It's your Discord.
It's your Discord.
Jake's just wrong about this one. Come read it with us. It's going to be great.
Or Redwall, the Better Red series. The Battle of the Reds.
Really?
Redwall or Red Rising? Which one?
The only reason that this came to mind is because when I read Kafka on the Shore, it was because of a book bet we made wherein he had to go back and read Golden Sun without DNFing it. And I had to read Kafka on the Shore.
That was such a bad experience.
It was.
Oh, you admit it. Okay.
No, Kafka was a bad experience.
I was talking about Golden Sun.
No, you're just wrong.
Well, you're wrong about Murakami.
Sorry.
Editing Jake here. We forgot that we ordered books from Book Outlet.
Yeah, they had... Normally we don't shop there, but we knew that they had a Black Friday deal going. So we decided to treat ourselves to some cheap books.
I blame Nico.
Yeah, I blame Nico too. He was like, they're running their Black Friday sales.
So we're about to open these up. I kind of forget what we ordered.
I totally forget what we ordered.
What the hell did we order?
I know they were all like $5. But I don't know what the heck we picked.
Some ASMR book opening sounds for y'all.
I don't think it's very relaxing.
Alright. Well, we have a coupon. Maybe y'all can use that if you want. Bam. Well, what is this first one? That's a new book.
Cast in Firelight by Dana Swift. And this, I think, is the Wickery series, the first book. I don't know a ton about this one, but I do remember hearing some booktubers talk about it a while back and having it on my want to read and seeing reviews that mention things that I think I will enjoy about it. And I decided to grab it while it was on sale.
There you go.
I also picked out a Django Wexler novella to try out called Hard Reboot. It's blurbed by Sylvain Neuvel.
Okay.
With the tagline, Giant Freaking Robots.
Well, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. But I'm keen to try this out too.
This next one is for me. This completes a trilogy of mine. The Indian Lake Trilogy by Stephen Graham Jones. This is the third book. I will eventually go back and reread the whole thing. So glad to have that whole trilogy now.
You completed another series too.
I did. I might as well show off both of them. So I have A Chorus of Fire and The Sword's Elegy by Brian D. Anderson. The sequels to The Bard's Blade. Very good debut fantasy novel. Actually, I don't know if it's a debut, but it's the first in a fantasy series. I liked it a lot, so I've got books 2 and 3 here to complete the trilogy. Next up, we have another one of your books.
Yes. Pulling the Wings Off Angels by KJ Parker. That's what made me check this out. The author, for sure. Another short novella. It'd be great for a readathon, maybe, if it meets the minimum. It's 138, so depending on what we end up doing with minimum page counts. But either way, a nice short read that I'm interested in. And yeah.
And yeah.
And yeah.
And the last one we have is related to one of my all-time favorite authors, and that would be Remembrance, which is all about Ray Bradbury. This is Selected Correspondence of Ray Bradbury. What is this going to entail? I don't really know, but I love me some Ray Bradbury, so I'm going to eventually check it out. So that was our Book Outlet book haul that we totally forgot about when we filmed our book haul. So editing Jake will splice that in here.
And he has more books in the haul.
You had 3 books.
2 novellas and a novel.
I have 4 books. It's my birthday. These aren't even birthday books, but
No.
I'm claiming it.
But you did get birthday cash, so we could say that they were birthday books because you got birthday cash.
Book logic.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for the book haul. I had a bunch of books. She had 2 books.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's fun to go book shopping with you.
Yes. And hopefully I can get to most of these books by next year.
Yeah. I also would have had more books, except the 2 that I wanted to find today were a bust at both Second and Charles and Barnes & Noble. I really wanted A Time of Blood, the second book in John Gwynn's Banished Lands. Or I guess it's the Banished Lands, like the world, so it's like technically the 6th book. Anyway, the second book in that trilogy. And I also was hoping to find the new volume of I Hate Fairyland, Volume 8, Happy Endgame, because that came out in August. Nobody had that either. They had different volumes that I've already read.
Oh, well.
Yeah. But anyway, I did find 2 books I'm excited about. And you got a lot of birthday books, so it was a win.
Yeah. And now we need to make more room on the shelves. Again.
Yeah. Christmas is going to be a nightmare. We're going to have to do a big shuffle.
Oh, God.
It'll be worth it.
All right. So that was our book haul. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a quick thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe to the Chapter Conundrum. And go check out the video, our joint book haul that we did, like a month ago?
Oh, we have several book hauls on my channel together.
Just go subscribe and watch all her videos. Make it a marathon.
Okay.
And like this video, subscribe.
You said that already.
Stay subscribed for more content. I try to post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Don't forget to join the Bookastrummer Discord for buddy reads and read-alongs.
Ozzy!
We have buddy reads and read-alongs happening all the
damn time.
Yeah.
Patreon down below where you can go and support me there for as little as $1 a month, and Amazon wishlist. Speaking of Amazon, they're delivering right now and our dog's going nuts. We got Amazon wishlist down below if you want to buy me even more books. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Bye.
Bye.